question for the group: bigger story, Hamilton to Ferrari or Newey leaving? Because it's been
leaving.
We're on the 1st of May, and it's been a pretty big year for F1 news. Let's be honest.
Billy Joel's written that song. Oh.
You're going with Newey, are you, Josh?
Yeah, Newey, definitely Newey, because Hamilton to Ferrari, I think, was written in the stars for ages. I think Newey leaving Red Bull after 19 years, I think, is more of a shocker than Hamilton wanting to race at Ferrari. I think this is the bigger news because whoever gets him is going to be world champion. So yeah.
Kobe?
Yeah, I have to say Newey as well, and I think if Ferrari really wants Adrian Newey, they will get him. They don't care how many millions I have to pay this guy per year. They're like, Adrian, tell us your price, and we'll either match or we'll go up a few percentage points on that to make sure we get you. If you really want your guy, someone who's a legend in motorsports like this and engineering, you're willing to break bank to get him. And I think Ferrari, they have money they'll never spend, so I'm sure they're willing to pay whatever it takes to get Adrian Newey there, and that would probably be my pick. Well, the destination where I think he would probably go, but I think Aston Martin work with Alonso would also be great, and then Andretti as a wild card. I like those three options. And also in the chat, Adam Limmery says he agrees with all of us that Adrian Newey leaving Red Bull is definitely a bigger story than Hamilton going to Ferrari.
I'm going to disagree with Adam and the two of you.
Oh, really?
It doesn't happen often on the show, but we're not at agreement on something. I think Lewis going to Ferrari is a bigger story because Adrian is 66, and it doesn't matter how much money you give him. At some point, he's just going to go, "I've had enough. I've had enough of a pencil in my hand and a whiteboard or whatever." Whereas Hamilton can go to Ferrari and maybe win another championship and win it with 3 different teams over this longevity, and then he can then ride off into the sunset with 8 of them. I think it's got the potential to be a bigger story.
Just trying to think the last driver to win a championship in 3 different cars. It must have been Fangio.
Must have been Fangio. He did it in 4, didn't he? So
yeah,
he must be the only one.
Schumacher did it in 2. Vettel did it in 1.
Senna in 1.
Hamilton 2. Senna 1.
2.
Prost, Williams, and McLaren. Yeah. So yeah, I think he generally is. Yeah. Wow. So it could be the first one since Fangio. That was when Fangio was just trapping around.
That'd be a massive story.
That's why I think it's Ferrari. That's why I think it's Newey to Ferrari. There's just so much writing on the wall. Ben says, I'm with Matt. I always thought Lewis would retire with Mercedes and the Ferrari rumors were just wishful thinking. Didn't expect it to actually happen. We actually did an emergency show, didn't we, the night it got announced?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That came out the blue. This has been on the wall. So, for shock value, Hamilton announcing he was leaving, yes. But for practicality, it's this one. Well, we'll say this. Do you want to come back next week when Max Verstappen's announced he's driving for Mercedes? Yeah?
We'll be here.
Yeah, that'll be another major story.
If Newey goes to Aston Martin, he'll make Lance Stroll world champion F1. See,
I'm sorry, that's not going to happen.
It's why I don't believe the Aston rumours, because yes, he wants to work with Alonso, but you've got Lance Stroll there and you've got Lawrence Stroll. All that Adrian's not going to waste his time in another battle with children. He had that with Vettel and Webber. He had that with Hakkinen and Coulthard in the early years. He doesn't want and Prost and Hill and
Alonso.
He doesn't want that.
Alonso and Hamilton.
No, he gone by then. Who did he have? Yeah, but he doesn't want...
and Montoya.
Oh, God, they were really at each other as well, weren't they, as well? Ed says, no, Newey's retiring. He's a lot older than Lewis. I don't see what else there is left to achieve, and relocating to Italy is too much disruption for him. That's true as well, and the language barrier, but I think, do you know what I'm thinking here? It's the swan song. Although, actually, perfect. Ben's mentioned here, we haven't mentioned one team that could come into it. Audi. How much is that a temptation? Of course, because he's won in supercars with Audi before. So is that any sort of temptation to come in and take over their chief technical role for 26?
I don't see. I'd more see, and I hadn't even thought about it until Kobe mentioned it at the top there, of him going to team up with Michael and Mario. I think that's more likely than him going to Germany, to be honest.